Hi guys, it's Jalen,
and Leah.
and welcome back to a new episode of Resilience Aholic.
Sadly, Lauren and Mia couldn't make it today. They called out sick, but the show must go
We
on.
don't want that COVID. Before we fully begin this episode, we would like to announce the winners for last week's book giveaway. We have 5 lucky winners today. For today, my bad, that was for today. And they are Kanya North, Kim C, Travis Fott, Bruno Venus, and Drummo. Stop thinking of it. You can stop it. Jennifer Copez. Congratulations to these week's winners. Please make sure to text us at 832-542-0735 to confirm with us which book you want and where to ship it to. Now let's get on with our story for this week.
This week's episode is called To Deal with Failure. In this episode, we'll be talking about the best ways to deal with failure with this week's nonfiction story called The Best Way to Deal with Failure by Celine Malloch.
Our goal for this episode will be to be able to teach others how to be able to recover from a failure.
Celine Malloch is the writer of The Best Way to Deal with Failure, is a teacher at the Fisher College of Business. She's an American author who also has appeared on many TED Talks, and she has a PhD in marketing.
She sounds like an accomplished person.
Now that we have talked about our amazing author, why don't we talk about her story, The Best Way to Deal with Failure.
In this passage that we read, Malloch starts off with saying that failure is a part of life, but how should we manage to cope with that? She then goes on to explain how they did tests on people by asking them to find an item of a certain price. The people who were looking for that certain item started to get frustrated because they kept on failing. The people who are conducting the experiment told them to stop looking for that item and to go do something different to get their mind off. Then they asked them how they felt emotionally while dealing with trying to find the item. They found that most people tend to focus on their negative emotion while dealing with frustrating experiences. Then Malloch goes on to talk about how failure can somewhat be a good thing by helping some people realize what they did was wrong to change for the next time.
So now that we have heard about the story, how did you feel when you were reading it?
Oh my god. I was reading it. Okay, then I was happy about the message the story was talking about. The text is very informative by telling people how they can come back after failure and the best way they can help themselves to come back from failure by talking about different experiences they did to help show how people deal with failure. Has there ever been a time you kept falling and got very frustrated but found a way to bounce back?
Well, I always get these assignments from my algebra team, and they are always so frustrating because the way they work is that whenever you get a question right, you move up a certain number of points to get closer to 100. Stop looking at me. I can't see. But if you get the question wrong, you move down points. And once you get into the challenge zone, which is 90 points and higher, you earn less points than what they take away from you. So it is very annoying when you're about to get 100, but you get one wrong. So whenever I start getting frustrated with IXL, I always take a break, maybe watch an episode of a show, and go back when I'm not annoyed anymore.
I just don't even do it.
Read.
I also had a time during soccer where the goalie kept stopping my goals, and I was getting very frustrated at myself. So I wasn't playing my best. So my coach took me out of the game, and when he did that, I got some water, poured it on myself, and drank some. Calmed myself down, and I didn't feel frustrated anymore. I went back to the game, and a few minutes later, I scored the winning goal, and my whole team was cheering on me. I felt so good about myself, man. I'm the best player. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you have a way to overcome your frustrations.
Oh. We are near to the end yet again. So sad, isn't it?
Play again.
Well, I would like to say, if you have problems, like calming yourself down after you get frustrated, you need to take some time.
Hey, take a breath. You're getting frustrated here. Take a breath. Breathe
Okay.
in and out. You're getting frustrated here. Calm down. Calm down.
Okay, I get it.
No, reread it, okay?
Okay. To time to take
I
out.
said reread
oh,
it.
my bad. We are near to the end yet again. So sad, isn't it? But I would like to say, if you're having problems with calming yourself down after you get frustrated, that you should take some time out your day to read this text, to maybe help yourself find different ways to overcome frustrations. And if you are dealing with that and you need help, you'll get therapy, please.
Oh, now this week we will be asking you to share with us not only your thoughts of this week's story, but also if you have any ways that you use to help yourself calm down your frustrations, to maybe help someone else who needs it as well. Text your responses to us at 832-542-0735. We can't wait to read every one of y'all's responses.
It's so sad that we must leave everyone once again. We can't wait to see you for the next week's episode, which will also be our last episode. We will be going over a lot of stories we have read in the last 3 weeks and comparing them and talking about how they are alike, like each other.
We can't wait to talk to every single one of you next week. Have a great day.
Stay
Okay, we're good.
Stay positive. See you next week.
We can't wait to see you.
Yeah.
We love all you. Mwah.
Mwah.